Hello and welcome. My name is Mariam Yahya and I'm going to present today how to transform sentences from the surface structure to the deep structure. And we will apply some tests after separating the sentence into some constituents. Then we will know the systemic functions like ideational meaning, textual meaning, and interpersonal meaning of the sentence. So let's first start by knowing how to transform a sentence. So what's the surface structure? The surface structure when you hear your colleague or your friend telling you the sentence like Los Angeles, especially when taken from a distance, wasn't a beautiful city. So you heard the sentence and you knew the surface structure of it. So it's different versions of the sentence that are seen or heard. So you transform it into the deep structure to know the basic units of the meaning of each sentence. So we transform it to know the meaning, the basic meaning of the sentence. It will be Los Angeles wasn't a beautiful city when we observed from a distance. So to illustrate on the deep structure, we draw the tree diagram, which clarifies the sentence components and highlighting how the hierarchical relationships between each component, such as the sentence is divided into noun phrase and verb phrase, and in the verb phrase we have verb and noun phrase and adverbial clause. So we draw the tree diagram to have further information to the sentence. After knowing how to transform a sentence from the deep surface structure to the deep structure to know the basic meaning of it, we will divide the sentence into two constituents. So we will divide the deep structure of the sentence into two constituents and then we will apply some tests on them. So after knowing how to transform a sentence from the surface structure to the deep structure and illustrated with the tree diagram for further information on the components of the sentence and the structure of it, let's apply the tests after separating the deep structure to two constituents. Let's see what is a constituent test. Constituent test is some diagnostics used by linguists to identify a sentence. To identify a sentence after changing it, the sentence isn't stable, it can change by doing the tests of movements like pseudo-clefting and clefting, also coordination, substitution, and we have lapses, question exams. We will tackle only these three exams: movement, coordination, and substitution. Let's remember the deep structure we did after transforming the sentence, which is Los Angeles wasn't a beautiful city when we observed from a distance. So the first constituent will be Los Angeles wasn't a beautiful city. Let's apply the test on this constituent. First, coordination. Coordination means adding new information and unrelatable to the sentence, or it can be related, like adding a new noun or a new object. For example, Los Angeles and New York weren't beautiful cities. Or we can say Los Angeles wasn't a beautiful city, or a bustling metropolis. So here the first one we added a new noun, and the second one we added object. Let's have another test, which is one of the movement pseudo-clefting. We will say, what beautiful city wasn't Los Angeles? Like we do some exclamation sentences. Another movement is clefting. And here the example is, it is Los Angeles that wasn't a beautiful city. We are emphasizing that Los Angeles wasn't a beautiful city. So we use it is in the clefting movement. The last test is substitution, and substitution means replacing the noun or the object to omit a non-information. For example, it wasn't a beautiful city, and here it is replacing the noun Los Angeles. Or we can say Los Angeles wasn't it. Wasn't it, and it refers to a beautiful city. So here we replaced the object. So here we have the second constituent when we observed from a distance. You can practice on this example and you have the answers on each test: substitution, coordination, pseudo-clefting, and clefting. Let's move to another thing, which is how to extract the systemic functions. Let's move to another thing, which is how to extract the systemic functions. Let's know first what we will extract of the sentence. What are these functions? So we extract the ideational meaning. We know if it's experiential or logical, or we knew the adequacy in the interpersonal meaning or the textual meaning. By adding the sentence into context for more information. Here we have Los Angeles, especially when taken from a distance, wasn't a beautiful city, but she could will herself to be beautiful if only for 2 weeks. Let's extract the systemic functions from the last sentence. So first level is ideational meaning, if it's logical or experiential, if it's based on condition, incident, or it's cause and effect, so it's logical. But our sentence embodies experiential meaning with elements of logical meaning. So it's experiential because it expresses how Los Angeles isn't beautiful as we can see. However, it can be beautiful for only 2 weeks. So here we have contrast. So it's logical. The next level is to address the speaker or the persona of the sentence. The interpersonal meaning of the sentence is obvious, which is Los Angeles, and we refer it city, or we can also refer it with the pronouns she and herself. The last meaning we will extract is the textual meaning. If the sentence contains repetition or some logical information like cause, effect, contrast, so our sentence have contrast meaning, which is used by using the linker but. So I hope you understand how we use the functions or how we extract the systemic functions of the sentence. Let's just sum up. We have tackled today how to transform sentence from surface structure to the deep structure. Also, we tackled how to use the tree diagram, which clarifies the relationship between its components. And also we and you have to separate the sentence into constituents and apply some tests on them. The last thing we tackled is to extract the systemic functions in three levels: ideational, textual, and interpersonal meanings. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you understand. Thank you. Goodbye.